Aquarius, welcome to you wherever and whenever you may be when you pull up this video. I hope you're having a good day, night, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is for you. I am going to do a pretty simple spread for you today, past, present, future, and an advice card. As you know, I'm fairly new to the collective spreads, so we're going to start with a simple spread to begin with, and then maybe a couple weeks down the line I'll expand the spreads. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I'd be welcome to hear them. I'm hoping to turn this into something interactive, if possible, as interactive as it is possible to be on a static video channel, but I do feel like most of the people that are going to be connecting with my videos are going to be intuitives themselves, perhaps card readers even. So I am definitely looking forward to engaging in whatever conversations you may feel like bringing up about tarot and all things intuitive and esoteric and artful and fabulous. Okay. So I'm going to pull the initial spread using the Thoth deck, and then I'm going to pull from a different spread whatever calls to us after I pull the initial spread. As I said, I'm going to do the energies that you're leaving behind right now, the past, energy that you find yourself currently in, energy that you'll be coming into in the future, and then a general advice, what to be on the lookout for card from the tarot. Okay, Aquarius, let's get going. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Guardian Angels. Thank you, Ancestors. Please help me pull insight for Aquarius. Please help me put insight for Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's the past energy? What's the past for Aquarius? What energy is Aquarius leaving behind or coming out of right now? It's the energy that Aquarius is coming out of, please. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. It's the energy that Aquarius finds themselves in right now. Thank you, Spirit. It's the future energy. Advice. Okay, so energy that you're coming out of, Aquarius, is the Lust card. Lust in this deck standing for luster, not the desirous kind of lust, but the lust for life, the vivacious energy, the luster, the shine that we give off when we are in our true power and our strength and connected to source. So that is the card. That is the energy that you have just been in. The energy that you are currently in is the Hierophant. So more spirituality, more connecting to source, connecting with your true, with your sense of divinity and manifesting that in the real world. So bringing down just your spiritual beliefs and making them tangible, making them part of your everyday experience. You're moving into an energy of the Ace of Swords, very decisive energy. You're moving into clarity, complete clarity. Aces bring such fresh energy, and the Ace of Swords is definitely one of the more positive aces, right? They're all positive, but the ace, I like the Ace of Swords a lot because it always tells me that I'm going to be clear in thought, and any indecisiveness that I may have had, I'm going to be able to cut through. So that's really great. Your advice is the Eight of Wands. So your advice is to, Eight of Wands can be taken a lot of ways. We're going to pull clarifiers. Right now I'm getting the need to not procrastinate is intuitively what I'm feeling off of this card for you. So you're going to need to initiate action And that probably goes with that Ace of Swords. So whatever decision you make, you're going to need to act on it, move on it, and stop procrastinating. So if you've been contemplating, I'm not going to say stuck in your head, but if you've been planning, just trying to figure out what it is that you want to do, you now's the time to act. Could also be that you may be hearing information, or maybe you may be the one that needs to give the information, and you may need to contact, write a lot of letters, send out emails, do that kind of thing. But we're going to pull clarifiers. Let's pull clarifiers with the Witch's Tarot. I feel kind of drawn to that. So let's first find out about lust, which is a really great energy to be coming out of Aquarius. For a lot of the cards, some of the signs that I've been reading for, they've been coming out of kind of a sad energy. The last two readings I did, it was more difficult times, not horrible, but just a little more difficult. So you're coming out of a nice energy of strength, and this is just for the next like week or so ahead, this spread. So it's not for the entire month. It's just for a week or two. Okay, so what is, Spirit, tell me what is going on with lust? What's this energy that Aquarius has just come out of? So we have the Five of Swords, and the Devil coming out of lust. So you've had to dig deep down inside of you, some kind of conflict that you were facing that kind of had you fearful, thrown for a loop. Why the Devil and the Five of Swords? Why the Devil and the Five of Swords? The Star, hope. So you've been healing from something threw you for a loop, and you actually had to dig down deep into yourself and find your inner reserves of strength and power to get through this, whatever this situation was. But you have healed yourself. You have healed yourself, so that is excellent. Okay, we got the King of Cups. So some kind of situation that you were emotionally attached to didn't come through for you, but you did pull through with that. You've healed from it, basically. So whatever it was, whatever disappointment, you really showed how strong you are and how resilient you are, because you were able to pull yourself out of it. And it looks like you're pretty much healed from that situation. You've handled it really well. Why the Hierophant? What's going on right now? What's going on with the Hierophant? Page of Wands. King of Swords. And the Lovers. Some kind of decision that you're about to make that ties into this Ace of Swords here. The King of Swords and the Page of Wands. Okay, so I'm getting a few stories here. For some of you, this past disappointment, I'm getting so many stories. So it's up, take it how it resonates. One of these may be your stories. For some of you, you had disappointment. This person is going to come back and want to make up. And I feel like this person's going to come back to you with a lot of promises. I miss you so much. I want to have a really long-term relationship with you. This person may talk marriage. I feel like it's a lot of baloney. You're going to put on your King of Swords crown, and you're going to kind of cut through all of that, and you're going to make a decision. We'll see what the decision is, but I feel like for some of you that you're going to be contemplating that offer. For some of you, this Lust card is talking about overcoming any issues that you had in a relationship, and you were actually able to put your fears and your self-sabotaging ways aside, and you now find yourself in a situation where if it's a romantic relationship, this romantic relationship has taken the next step for some of you. It's getting kind of serious. And then if it's not a romantic relationship, which it might not be. This could be job related, career related. The Hierophant sometimes talks about large organizations, bureaucracies. So for some of you, this could be perhaps you didn't get the position you wanted, or something didn't work out for you in your career the way you were hoping for, but now coming into you is a new offer, different than the one that you had considered before, or you never saw this one coming, but you have a new offer now that's going to require you to really be clear-headed about the situation. Look at what you're being offered. Make sure that you're being offered what you're worth. That King of Swords is telling me that you're going to need to double check contracts, make sure that what's promised to you is in the contract for you. You're going to have that decision to make soon. Let's see about the Ace of Swords. What's going on with the Ace of Swords? Why the Ace of Swords? The Page of Swords. Why the Page of Swords? Why the Page of Swords, Spirit? Thank you. Thank you. It's coming into the near future for Aquarius. Why the Page of Swords? The Five of Cups. Okay, so the Page of Swords is you doing, not sure. You're assessing this. You're trying to make a decision with what's been offered to you. The Page of Swords has their sword up, see? But he doesn't look like he's about to fight, but he doesn't look like he's putting that sword down either. He's assessing the situation. So currently, coming into the near future, you're gathering information. You've got this Five of Cups. So something that happened in the past, as I was saying earlier, that was a little disappointing. It didn't work out for you, and that was disappointing, but you do have two full cups potential coming in for you. Why the Five of Cups? Please clarify. The Ace of Cups and the High Priestess. Okay, so you really do have a new offer coming in, and I think that it's probably going to be good for you with this Priestess here, with the High Priestess, for you to seek some advice. Aquarius, definitely seek out the advice of a teacher, a mentor, somebody. I don't want to put, gender to the cards. The High Priestess can be a teacher, a professor, an advisor, and it doesn't have to be necessarily female energy. But something is coming in for you that is going to bring you a lot of joy and happiness. This Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is your heart's desire. It's what you want, right? So you're going to be making a decision pretty soon. Why the Ace of Cups? What's going on with the near future? I'm so nosy. I think I'm going to pull some different cards in a few minutes to clarify even further. But let's look at this advice with these cards. What's going on with the Eight of Wands? Why the Eight of Wands in the advice position? Why the Eight of Wands, Spirit? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, the Nine of Swords. You're afraid to make a decision here. Why the Nine of Swords? Things are changing for you quickly. You're juggling a lot. A lot's going on. Things are moving quickly for you, probably. You're like afraid that you'll make the wrong decision. What's the advice with the Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands? Why the Eight of Wands on the advice, Spirit? Thank you. Why the Eight of Wands? Yeah, you're so afraid that that you're gonna make that this isn't gonna work out for you. Why the Three of Swords? Communication. You're afraid to reach out and communicate. And the Three of Swords, when I look at the other cards that I'm getting here, the Three of Swords, this is a lesser used definition of the Three of Swords, but it's one that my mentor would often attribute to the Three of Swords, and oftentimes she would say that it's really associated with the inability to make a decision. So I think that fits here with our Ace of Swords coming in the future, and with these other cards here. You are, for some reason, Aquarius, afraid to make a decision right now, and your advice is to communicate. So I think that along with this High Priestess card in your near future, reach out, okay? Reach out, initiate communication, ask questions, get things in writing. We've got the King of Swords here right now. This is you gathering information, putting things in writing, okay? And then with the Ace of Swords, the Ace, I can't get to my words right. The Eight of Wands, it's going to be a lot of you contacting people, sending out emails, getting information. You have questions, ask them. Don't assume anything. There's that old saying of what happens when you assume. Don't assume anything. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask questions, okay? All right, what's this Hierophant about? What's this energy of going from the Hierophant to the Ace of Swords? What's this energy going from the Hierophant to the Ace of Swords? What does Aquarius need to know about this? What does Aquarius need to know about their present situation? Six of Swords. So whatever's going on now, whatever you're being offered, and the Nine of Cups. This could require some travel. If it's a job, it could mean you might be getting a job in another city, or they may be asking you to relocate. If it is a relationship, this may entail a move, maybe moving in together, or you moving, for some people I'm really feeling you moving to another city. Why the Ace of Swords? Why the Ace of Swords coming into the near future? What's this decision that Aquarius needs to make? What's this decision? What's this decision about? What's the best course of action in terms of making this decision? What does Aquarius need to do to make this decision? Three of Cups. Okay, Aquarius, I really do get, consult with your friends, talk to your friends about whatever this is that's on your mind. I feel like, for some of you, I feel like you've been working on a project that's you're either starting a new project or you've been working on a project for a little while that's taking a little hard time to get off the ground. Now things are going to start to move for you if you can communicate. Yep. Temporary. The Tower is a temporary, sometimes it's a stop, right? A temporary break. So things were on hold. Temporary separation. For those of you in a romance, you were in a temporary situation, but you've overcome that. You've overcome the worries and the self-sabotaging ways in your relationship, and you're now going to take things to the next level in your relationship over the next week or two. For you, for others of you, with if this is a project-based issue that you're dealing with, or a career, a job opportunity, it was kind of on hold, something didn't happen the way you wanted it to, now things are moving for you again, you just need to get that clarity. What can you tell us, Spirit, about the advice? What does... so I'm just getting more and more of the same cards, the Page of Pentacles. So your advice is to reach out and research. The Page of Pentacles is, the Knight of Pentacles is a slower moving, right? A bit of a slower moving energy, but that's okay because now's the time for you to be really researching, asking questions, gathering information, okay? So over the next week or two, Aquarius, this is the time for you to move forward. Whatever this is, as you move forward, it is going to be successful. You've got the Three of Cups card coming in the near future, the Ace of Cups. We got the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. All of this is coming through, but nothing just happens by wishing it to happen, right? So taking action right now is needed. in a slow, methodical, steady way. Okay? If you need to seek the advice of a professional, do it. Yeah, because coming in is the sun. So this is going to be very successful, whatever this is that you're working on. It's just not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a little while. It feels like things are starting to move again for you right now. Okay? Yeah, and at the bottom of the pile we have the Fool. So this is a whole new adventure that you're going on, Aquarius. And either way, if this is romantic and you're moving into the next phase of your relationship, take it slow. Congratulations for not letting your fears get the better of you. And if this is a career-based, work-based situation, also congratulations for having the strength to keep going. Things don't always work out the way we want them to in business. That doesn't mean that your idea or the project isn't a good one. It just means that you need to reassess and move forward in a different way than you had originally planned. Okay, so now we're going to pull back a little bit, look at the larger energies. So this is like at the micro level. I'm going to pull some oracle cards just so we can get a little more of a macro perspective on the energies that are coming in for you, Aquarius, over the next week or two. I'm going to pull one card from here. This deck is called Nature's Whispers, and it's just, the images on this deck are so pretty, and whenever I look at them, I just feel like they trigger something in my brain that helps me move forward. So I'm going to pull a card for you, and then hold it up to the camera, and then you can pause the camera a little bit if you want and meditate on it. Okay, Aquarius, what's the energy coming into Aquarius for the next week or two? These cards are sticky. They're always sticky for me. It's hard to like get it to come out. All right. Okay, look at that. Aquarius, your card is Make-A-Wish. And so, as I was saying earlier, this is the beginning of a whole new successful phase that you're entering. So this is where you're planning, you're making the wish, and the steps that you take, you're like, as she's blowing out the seeds of the dandelion flower there, and throwing the seeds out into the world, they're going to land, they're going to take root, they will eventually grow into new plants, right? This is kind of where you're at right now. You are planting and setting forward like a solid foundation for yourself, either in a relationship or in business. And nothing happens overnight, right? So things take time. It's like someone said to me a while ago, which I thought was very clever, 9 women can't make a baby in 1 month, right? It takes 9 months, regardless of what you do. That's kind of where you're at right now, Aquarius. It's going to take the time. You need to take the time to put into what you're doing, and that's just the way it is. You need to take the time to do it. And it's going to take time, but you will be successful if you put the time and the effort in. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card for you. This is a Blue Messiah oracle deck that I got. It's called Blue Messiah. And I bought it, I won't lie, I bought it because it's blue. And I love blue. But these cards are really, they really hit home a lot of the time for me, and they're very deep, and I think it's perfect way to end because it pulls us out of our, monkey heads, kind of like looking at running the same details over and over in our minds. This kind of helps us pull out and gain a larger perspective. It helps us see the forest for the trees, basically. So let's see, what do we have for Aquarius? What's the advice that we have for Aquarius? You got the Trust card. Okay, I'm going to pull from the book because I don't know these cards well enough, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. So I'm just going to put this here, and then let me pull from the book and make sure that I'm saying the right thing. Okay. Number 33, trust. Trust in the wisdom of your heart. In truth, will it guide you always. In this time of transitioning on Mother Earth, it is vital that you stay aligned with your inner truth and trust in your own inner knowing and guidance. Should you find yourself being overshadowed by the judgment and criticism of others, send them love. Detach compassionately from their illusions, opinions, and beliefs, which serve only to limit your expansive, true nature. There is no need to validate or justify your reasons for being on the path that you are on, dear one. There is also no need for validation from others that you are on the right path. Trust yourself and trust your heart's compass to steer you in the direction most aligned with your truth. It is this path that will allow you to progress and to open doors to opportunities, creativity, clarity, and guidance. Raising your vibration, you naturally open up to the higher frequencies of love. You are a magnificent, empowering soul. Remember always that all the guidance you could ever need lives within you. Stay true to your principles and always trust your inner guidance. Your chakras are the heart and the throat. Those are the chakras for you to concentrate on over the next week. Your exercise is to take the time to listen to yourself, hear and feel what is going on, and follow through on what needs to be done. Your affirmation is, I am guided by the light of truth burning bright within my soul. I am guided by the light of truth burning bright within my soul. Okay, Aquarius, it looks like you're going to know what to do in the next week or so. You're going to be totally clear. You're going to have that clarity of thought with that Ace of Swords energy coming in. And it's just going to be up to you to move forward. Okay, trust your intuition. You know what you're doing. And if you need to reach out and ask questions, do it. You know, don't rush into anything. Just take your time and take one step at a time. All right, Aquarius, I hope you found this helpful. Love and light to you, and I will catch you next time.